Hi guys, good morning. This is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much for your subscriptions. This is the daily forecast. It is for all signs and it is a broad spectrum reading, so you have to figure out if and where it fits in your life. It is originally created for Saturday, the 8th of October, but it is not necessarily set for that date, right? If you're seeing it on a different date and it still applies to your situation, by all means use it. If it doesn't apply, that's okay. You're not doing anything wrong. Nothing's broken. It just might be that you're working on something different at this time. For those of you that are new, please check out the drop-down menu underneath my daily videos. In there is some housekeeping rules I want you to think about, what decks I'm using, how to follow me on social media and contact me for a private reading, and also easy ways to support the channel. You can do that by hitting that thumbs up button if you enjoy my content, sharing my videos out, subscribing to my channel, and also leaving me a question or comment to let me know if these readings are making sense to you or resonating with you. So let's see what the card is for the day as we end out the week. Right. Hold on, that was not a good cut. Sorry, this is a new deck, guys. Let me shuffle one more time. And these cards are kind of slick and slippery. They've got like a velvety feel to them. There we go. Okay, our card for the day is the Seven of Pentacles. Now, we have the Seven of Swords underpinning this from the Sunday reading, and that populates in the lower left-hand corner of this reading at the end. So you can watch that. The Seven of Swords indicates that there's something that's maybe not quite right, or not, a truth that's being a non-truth that's being told to us. It doesn't necessarily have to be a lie. It could just be that somebody's reality is different than our own, or a situation's reality is different than what we know to be true for ourselves. The Seven of Pentacles is grounded energy, and we've seen a lot of Earth cards the last 3 days. We had the Hermit, which is Virgo energy, and then we had the Empress, which is Taurian energy, right? Seven of Pentacles is about putting in the work, when to do the harvest, grounding, being discerning, being centered. I'm not mad at this. It's almost like, to me, this feels like this is the answer to that Seven of Swords. If there is something afoot, right, that isn't necessarily quite right or seems off or doesn't seem to align with what's going on, I feel like the Seven of Pentacles is an indication of us matching that energy or that, untruth or discord in a way that's grounded, centered, and willing to work towards a positive solution. We see this sun coming in too. The Seven of Pentacles is always about, is now the time to harvest? Looking at the work and reflecting upon the work that we put into a situation or an environment, a relationship. I feel like this is us remaining centered and continuing to work forward, not necessarily being rocked or shaken by what is going on, but almost steadying ourselves and putting in, thought or reflection into what next steps are going to be most productive in the midst of all of this. In the Sunday reading, we had that deal card, which meant like things might be changing or shifting in ways we could be even getting liberation and freedom from something that isn't true, right? And the Seven of Pentacles requires us to maybe go back to the drawing board or relook at things as they are and then begin to work from that place. Seeing the Hermit and the Empress prior to this says to me that we have the sort of wisdom or the knowledge, the ability and compassion to be able to work within the situation and not be bothered by it, it's not like an ending to me. It's more like almost a new beginning or a reconfiguration where we need to sort of relook at what steps or actions we need to take. We will take them in a grounded, productive kind of manner. We're here, to me, this feels like we're here for the long haul, and we're adaptable in the sense that we can maybe change our steps, our choices, our actions to still maintain our own sense of security and steadiness, but also to work towards whatever this harvest is or this goal that we may have in all of this, right? Now let's look to the Wild Mystic Oracle. It is stillness, and this is crane. I love this. It's associated with Aquarius. I believe that's Aquarius is simple, right? The water bearer. And so this is a bird, yet it's a bird, which would be air, which would be Aquarius, but Aquarius is also the water bearer. And this bird also hangs out in the water, right? So there's a mix of what I feel like here, because we have water as being a water bird would be our emotions, but the air aspect of it speaks to this idea of our thoughts. So our thoughts and our emotions ideally should be steady and coming into alignment, especially with this Seven of Pentacles here. We're able to look at things from a more balanced or stable place. And the stillness aspect of this card also reminds us that we have the answers within us if we return back into our, stillness, our internal wisdom. And then we take that out through the Seven of Pentacles into 3D, into action, into choices, into steps or forward movement that brings about productivity, that brings about fruitful harvest, right? It brings about solutions that we desire or want. So let's look to, I think this is a crane. I hope this is a crane. We'll see. Okay, it's not a crane. What the hell is it? Anybody know? Okay, what is it? Let me look in the... Hold on one second, guys. I gotta figure out what bird this is. It looks to me like a crane. Is there not a... Am I gonna have to go through this whole... Let me look here. One second, guys. I may have to go through this whole thing because I don't know what the name of this bird is. To me, it looks like a crane. It's not that. Hold on, I'm in the D's, guys. Sorry. Who doesn't want to be in a little D from time to time? Hawk. Oh, it's a heron. But still, it's a water bird, okay? And it's still associated, I think, with the water. All right, heron, stillness. This card represents stillness and serenity. Unlike bear, who inspires physical rest, the heron card signals psychological and spiritual rest. The heron is a fishing bird who relies on stillness to catch prey. As they wait patiently in a calm pond, the water becomes glassy and still. Their balance upon their stalk-like legs inspires harmony, centering, and tranquility. This card urges you to stop and take a moment to center yourself. It is a card for meditation, mindfulness, reflection, and grounding. That would also be the reflection that we see in the Seven of Pentacles, right? So before we make any major decisions, we want to weigh everything through the stillness of who we are. In Korea, the heron is a symbol of grace and transcendence above the mundane world. A heron on the ground is associated with earth and waters around them, but as they take flight into the boundless air, they transcend the physical. If you have been too grounded in the material or focused on the physical, then this card urges you to look higher. If the bodily reality of a situation is too definite and painful right now, focusing on mental journeys might be safe and healing. Out-of-body experiences, visualization, and higher consciousness may be calling to you as ways to get through the present situation. This card also represents those born under the Western zodiac sign of Aquarius. Shadow reading. As the heron strikes and plucks a fish from the water, the splashes of chaos take over and ripple out. Stillness may be the calm before the storm. Alternatively, the ripples of someone else's chaos may be threatening to surge into your world. Now, that could be the deal card that we're seeing. We also saw the Tower, so that could be still somebody else's sort of shifting and changing. But I feel like with the Seven of Pentacles and the Empress and the Hermit, we're strong in who we are and what we know. The element is air, water. The flora is cypress, reed, lily of the valley, and magnolia. The stones are moss, agate, blue calcite, chrysocolla, and jade. And the spell work is promoting inner calm and peace, quelling fear and doubt. Now, let's look to the clarifiers. I also feel like I'm really focused on this crane or this heron facing the future. So as we plan now and make decisions and reflect now, we can kind of plan for the future. Aquarius is a sign that's also about the greater, collective and how we better ourselves and others within a situation. So I do like that influence too. So the first one is the Knight of Pentacles. We've got more Pentacles energy. This is about slow and steady wins the race, right? Sometimes this can be a very slow energy, but it's methodical. It's not going to make any sort of movement or choice without really knowing and understanding that the choice is indeed correct. So I think that, again, we're still very grounded, centered, loyal to ourselves more so and to our own decisions. As we move forward, even if that slow movement forward is slow or it feels like we're at a standstill, because stillness can also feel very slow. And when you think about how a heron hunts, they said he moves slowly through the water to catch fish. So there might be a need for patience and pause during this time and careful movement. Not that we'll make a mistake, but that we're thinking it through before doing so. Then we have the Emperor. This is Aries energy. The Emperor is about knowing the correct decisions to make and expecting the highest results, not cutting corners. So don't rush into anything. The Emperor, to me, is it feels like us watching over things or making sure that the correct action is being taken, because Emperor energy would be about taking action. We are sitting at the helm here with this Emperor. We are the one that is sort of in charge of the choice today. And the choice might be not to do nothing, but to maybe pause and make sure that we're doing the exact right thing. The Emperor would indicate that we do have awareness, wisdom from the past, experience, all of that to inform our decisions correctly and to expect the highest out of a situation, right? To expect the biggest harvest coming from the Seven of Pentacles. The last card is the Page of Cups. He's my second favorite card of the deck. He is a little bit of imagination, right? He's also water. We have all of the four elements represented in this reading. We have Earth in the Pentacles cards. We have fire in the Emperor. We have water in Page of Cups. And then we have air in the Stillness card. So all four of the elements are at work and at play today as we make our decisions. The Page of Cups to me is about thinking outside of the box, remaining open, even if we're reflecting and trying to look at a practical way of approaching a situation as that situation may be changing, and we're looking to the stillness and the answers within ourselves. The Page of Cups lets us think a little bit outside of the box, lets us think a little bit from a place of magic or belief, possibility. He's usually... Emotionally, he's very free, happy, and exuberant. So there should be a positivity that's going on underneath all of this that we want to either harness, connect to, understand, this pause or this stillness isn't necessarily a bad thing. It might be a moment where we can play in the thoughts, the ideas, the feelings through the Page of Cups to make a better and more informed decision. Does that make sense? Now let's go through to see what the grounding stone is. And we are to perfect with stillness. This is on obsidian, which wards off negativity. We are to ground in meditation today. This is a day of reflection, guys. Definitely with the Knight of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles there and the Stillness card. I honestly think that even the Emperor can represent a certain amount of reflection to a degree, because he is, sitting there pondering everything. What is the right decision? What is it that I want? What is it that I desire? And who do I employ to get there? Who's going to live up to the job? Who's going to serve me best? This will be about us reaching our highest sort of awareness by going inward, pausing, reflecting, and then choosing our decisions after that point of finding answer within ourselves. Does that make sense? So don't worry if things aren't necessarily feeling like they are moving forward. Decisions to me feel like they're being made that could be powerful, especially I feel like with that Emperor sitting in the center. These could be very important decisions that you're making or contemplating at this time. Don't rush them is the feeling. Take the time to honor them and go inward, meditate on them and really reflect. Feel them through that Page of Cups. Understand, feel the joy, feel the positivity. Look for what feels right. What feels most happy, even if it doesn't seem plausible. That's kind of the magic that he contains. That is your reading for the day. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please like the video and hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the video, share the video out, and leave me a question or comment. I look forward to seeing you guys for a new week's readings, and have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye-bye.